everyone, how's it going? Glad to be here. I just wanted to let everyone know. If you saw my videos yesterday, you know that I'm not too happy with a particular person who goes by the name of Mr. G2ek, who is, I guess, producer would be the word for it, for Dylan Burns' show. Dylan's a friend of mine whose show I do quite frequently. He does panel shows. Who's also a hypocrite, as I talked about yesterday. Hopefully I'll get him on the show as well soon. But Mr. G2ek holds a special place in my heart for implying that me and everyone else who got COVID deserved it, because obviously we're anti-science, and good people like him and Dylan don't get COVID. Because even though they're violating social distance orders, they're doing it in a good way somehow. So he made that implication to me. I sent an invitation to him and Dylan to be on the show yesterday. They said perhaps tomorrow. I resent that invitation, and Mr. G2ek claims that he will be on the show at noon today. So we'll see if he has the nerve to show up. I have basically two areas of discussion with him. I will wait to get to the idea of him wishing COVID on me or implying that I deserved it, and the other millions of people that have received COVID, because he said only the people that don't follow science are getting COVID. So I look forward to discussing that with him. I also look forward to discussing the idea that he thinks anyone who doesn't follow the science should go straight to jail, but he doesn't feel that about his friends in Black Lives Matter and his friends like Dylan that did violate those social distance orders. You know, piece of shit hypocrites like most of the people that I discuss these things with online with the left really are. So I'll look forward to discussing these two topics and listening to this tough guy who wanted to be a tough guy on Twitter. Let's see how tough of a guy is when he comes on the show. So it should be really fun. By the way, I could tell that the memo went out to, maybe we should try to appease Rob. It's fine. I don't need to be, and let me be quite clear, and I'll make sure I let Mr. G2ek know this. I don't wish COVID on him. I don't wish any ill towards him whatsoever. I hope that he continues to thrive on his channel or on Dylan's channel. I hope the same with Dylan. But yeah, they're hypocrites, and this person, Mr. G2ek's, going to get a piece of my mind. Why bother? It has nothing to do with arguing with him. It's that if you and your wife had COVID and someone implied you deserve it, and you get a chance to make them look like the asshole they are in front of everyone, I'm sure you would take it. And I'm relishing the opportunity to take that opportunity myself here at noon. So that's supposed to be at noon. That will be an hour and 20 minutes from now. So we'll see if he follows through and does come on. He said he would come on at noon. So looking forward to it. Should be a good show. We'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, I'm not going to pull any punches. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to, I don't know, maybe play Cyberpunk or, check to see my Gmail account, which is finally up after it, mysteriously Google went down today. I'm sure it must have been the Russians. It wouldn't be Chinese. My wife's doing even better than me, and I can feel I'm getting better. So even the chest congestion still persists somewhat, but it's getting better. So yeah, thank you for the well wishes. As nice as it is, we'll see if he shows. Yep. I don't know. Dylan doesn't want me to discuss it on Twitter anymore, which is fair. He said he would do a stream with me. Fair enough. Then I'll stop discussing it on Twitter. Though I think that it's ironic. Here's my take on this. If you're going to use the platform of Twitter to insult other people that just want to continue to go to work, why shouldn't someone then use Twitter to point out your hypocrisy? But that's fine. If you want to do it on a stream, that's fine. Dylan, and he is busy today. He's doing a stream with Vosh where they're going to discuss the noble friends of Dylan that showed up to do battle with the Proud Boys. I will love to discuss with Dylan his hypocrisy on that front as well. It's so funny to see people like Dylan and all these people on the left now. Oh my God, did you see the Proud Boys rip down a Black Lives Matter sign in front of a church? That's horrible. This from the same people that have cheered the removal of statues, including people like Abraham Lincoln, for the past 8 months, if not longer. They said it's just property. Why are they upset? Well, Black Lives Matter is a hate group, so if you're allowed to take down statues you feel are hateful, why isn't the other side allowed to take down things they feel are hateful? I'm against property destruction of all forms, but Dylan was for it. Those on the left were for it. And now they complain. Just like they either made excuses for or ignored the violence that was occurring through Black Lives Matter and Antifa. But now they piss and moan when they show up with shields and things like that and get their ass handed to them by the Proud Boys. Then they say, that's not fair. Oh my God, we were just defending our city. No, you weren't. You showed up to do battle. And by the way, in the video that Dylan showed, his side was throwing objects at the Proud Boys as the Proud Boys were coming towards them. They engaged in mutual combat. I think the whole LARPing thing on both sides is ridiculous and stupid. But as long as the people that want to beat the shit out of each other just beat the shit out of each other, I don't care. Go for it. But don't whine and moan when your side gets beat up. So anyways, Dylan's busy today, so he won't be on. Now, let me be quite clear here, though, while I have a captive audience. I don't wish ill to Dylan either. And Dylan's not as bad as Mr. G2ek. Dylan didn't wish COVID on me. And I will admit that some of my animosity, I won't even say animosity, some of my tone directed towards Dylan, I don't disagree or take back anything I said as far as the hypocrisy of it. I don't at all. And you could tell I'm repeating it today. But perhaps the tone was more harsh because Dylan's producer, Mr. G2ek, implied that I deserved COVID when he knew that I had it. And maybe it's not fair to be a harsh tone on Dylan because of his producer. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I stand by everything I said. And I will not apologize for a harsh tone with Mr. G2ek. My prediction is he'll weasel out and say, oh no, I wasn't implying that you deserve COVID. That wasn't what I was implying. Because, that's how cowards roll. So we'll see how it goes. But we'll see if he even shows up. If he does, look for him to squirm out. I hope not. Stand by your words. I'd have more respect for you, Mr. G2ek. So I'll put the words on the screen for everyone to see when he comes on as well, as if he doesn't delete his tweets. I should have screenshotted, but we'll see. I don't think that even he will warm out and try to delete his tweets. But, yeah, this is just going to be my new tone going forward with people that are hypocrites. And by the way, the people on the left that will be like, but Rob, you've been such a nice guy. Why would you take this tone now? Well, you all do it and you don't have a problem with it. And I'm still not advocating violence or anything like that with you. But for example, when you go on and you ridicule people that are losing their livelihood and then celebrate that you're breaking the very social distance orders that you're ridiculing them for, I think that's acting like a piece of garbage. That's what I think. And I'm going to call it out. It's one thing to disagree on whether or not we should have troops stationed here or whether or not we should have some sort of, health care that's different than we have now. What we should do with illegal immigration. That stuff's one thing. To look at a situation where we see millions upon millions of people struggling to make ends meet and mock them, that's fine. I won't even jump on you then. But then when you start bragging, oh, by the way, check out my next video where I'm going to brag about me violating the social distance orders to go LARP against Trump, then you're going to get my vitriol. It's that simple. Oh, by the way, if I start mocking people that are losing their livelihood or something for violating orders, and then I make videos bragging about violating those orders myself, I would expect to be mocked. I would expect people to say, you're a piece of garbage, Rob. I don't do that, but that's what I would expect. I wouldn't whine and say, hey, wait a minute. That's not what I would do. So, all right, I'm going to head out for now. I'll be back at noon. Regardless, one way or another, if he comes or if he doesn't come, I'll still be here at noon. So, all right, thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you all at noon. I'll be about an hour and 15 minutes. As always, have a good one.